Can you mine faster with pure skill? Well, this question might be a bit confusing, so I'll just ask you, if I challenged you to mine 100 stone blocks in one go without haste, do you think everybody would get the same final time? I think nearly everyone would get the same final time, but I would be 5 seconds faster. First, I'd like to explain how mining works. For this, we can take a look into the Minecraft wiki. We have multiple chapters in this article, but the one we are most interested in is the instant breaking one, even though we can't instantly break blocks all the time. There is still some useful information. When breaking a block, a tool and its enchantments do its speed value as damage to a block every game tick, and when that value exceeds the block's hardness times 30, the block breaks. If the tool and enchantments immediately exceed the hardness times 30, the block breaks with no delay. Otherwise, a 6-tick delay occurs before the next block begins to break. This might sound a bit confusing, but overall it just says if your tool is fast enough, you instantly break the block in 1 tick. The thing is, if you can't mine the block instantly, you get a delay of 6 ticks. This has a major effect on mining speed. If it takes 2 ticks instead of just 1, we get a delay of an additional 6 ticks. To put that in perspective, it takes only half a second to instant mine 10 dirt blocks with an efficiency 3 diamond shovel, but it takes an astonishing 4 seconds to mine it with efficiency 2. All of this because of a single tick difference. Now we talked about instant breaking, but how is this useful to mine blocks faster? Let's say the wiki is not wrong, but it doesn't contain all the information which is required to understand mining speed. We have to take a deeper look into the 6-tick delay, because it's not simply a timer which runs down. You can split the 6-tick delay into 2 sub-delays. One of them is 5 ticks and the other one is just 1 tick long. If you mine a block, you get a so-called mining cooldown of 5 ticks. To get rid of this delay, you have to punch a block. Most of the time, it's the block you want to mine, but in some cases you can punch blocks while running or doing other things. You can see this in a lot of SSG runs. Players always punch the ground, village houses or anything like this after breaking, for example, a bed. This removes the 5-tick delay and lets you mine the next block 0.25 seconds earlier. This doesn't sound like a lot, but in case of SSG runs this is a major time save, especially if you do it multiple times per run. The other part of the 6-tick delay is definitely a bit harder to understand. The game adds 1 tick of extra delay for focusing a new block. So the game stores the coordinates of the most recent block that you have hit and the item used on. This block gets updated when you either start mining a block at a different coordinate than the previous block, or you especially click on a block. This method requires you to not press the left mouse button for a very short amount of time in case you want to mine multiple consecutive blocks. We are talking about less than 0.05 seconds. This lets you skip the focus delay, but is incredibly hard to pull off and not viable by any means. Well, this was the case until I discovered a very niche mechanic. You can rebind certain keys to different keys, which also works with mouse buttons. Most people know you can hold down a key, which ends up with the key getting pressed very quickly in game. You can combine those two mechanics and apply it to, for example, place in blocks very quickly, or you can also use it to mine blocks. The crazy thing is, this skips the focusing delay and therefore you mine faster. In some cases, this has a huge effect on the gameplay. Use this cobblestone generator as an example. If you just hold down left click on your mouse button, you can't mine 2 stone before the first stone generates again. If you rebind the button to a keyboard button instead, you are barely able to mine both of them. Well, this cobblestone generator could have deserved its own video because it generates clean stone, and together with the faster block breaking, it might be the best cobblestone generator for Skyblock, but I'm not too sure about that. Maybe there are some other uses for this mechanic, but it's limited to pressing other buttons, because once you hit a different button on the keyboard, the fast pressing stops. Therefore, it's pretty difficult to use it for example, strip mining, but it might be doable with some practice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.